I mean the state and the div1 then div2 of the state program will be having it's on the same page only, but the div1 is like I mean if the div1 is displayed, div1 div2 is not displayed, so we can able to hide the particular vision to the DOM actually. So this React state, it is in a volatile manner, means it can able to change. It can able to change means it can mutate its state and as per the user requirement. As per the user requirement, so it will change its state. So and also the state is a local for the component. One of the important point is the state is a local for the component. We cannot able to call the state to the other components. So if we want to call, there is a separate way, like we have to send it to the props and we have to call. That is a different case. So that one will be covering in the future classes. So this state is is a local for that component alone. Each state is a local for that component alone. If I create a component app class app one, okay. So if I am declaring the state, okay, so that state will be local for that component alone. So if any other component, if I am creating like app two, so it won't be considered over there. The state one and state two are two different components, and their states also, even though you are declaring them, so they will act as an individual entities. They will act as an individual scope. So this is just a terminology. This is just a terminology what they have introduced actually. Okay, to change the views and also to change the state of a particular component, to state a I mean view of a I mean data, likewise. Okay, so one of the important scenario we are going to see today, so we'll start from the first very scratch. So first we will take about the React. I'm going to take a folder, React state. Okay. So in this React state, I'm going to give package.json first. Package. Let me come from the npm init. Okay. Okay. I will start with the terminal. So I'm going for the React state here, and I am giving npm init. So this npm init will create an package.json for me. So it is asking what is the package name. I am giving some state program. Okay. And version I am giving some 1.0.0 state conditional rendering. Next.js and test command non-degree. Yes, cd vault, and yeah, now I think we'll be seeing that package.json in this state. Okay, so here first I want to go for dependencies. Okay, first I want to go for dependencies, right? So in the dependencies, what are the dependencies required? One is like React.
React DOM, React scripts.
Yeah. And React DOM. Okay, React DOM also. I am taking the latest one. And one more thing is like in the scripts, I have to mention the start command. So the start command here it will be like react hyphen scripts start. So here we'll be finding that one here, and yeah. So but I want to do some dev dependency, right? So for the dev dependency, I want to go for one more folder, dev dependencies. Okay, dev dependency. Here I am giving some comma and React scripts and colon, and I am giving latest. Okay, so this is the first thing. Okay, so now we have to go for npm install. Okay, so I am going to install here React and React DOM, and I am going to install here dev dependencies React scripts. Okay, so to install all these dependencies, what is the command we have? Npm install. Okay, and now all the dependencies are installed. Okay, so now my first step is I want to go ahead and you can find all the package.log.json, package log.json. There we can able to find all the dependencies are installed here. Okay, so the next step is we have to go for a take one public folder. So um, I'm going to take a public folder here, one folder like public. So in this public, what would be my first program? It is like index.html, right? So in the index.html, what should I give here? Div id equal to root. So for to mount our div app element to this index.html, we are going to have this index.html in public. Okay. So and one more folder we have to take, that is src. So in the src we are going to take for the app. We are going to create the component there for the So we have to write here the source name. Index.js. This is what the program. Okay. So here only we have to create our component. So it is like this: import React from React, right? So and what is the next component we have to import? Import render, right? So we have to get from the React hyphen DOM, right? So other one, these two are very important, and we are going to for the class and class extends, and here I am giving some component. I am inheriting the component, features to the class app. Okay, so this will become like a React component. Okay, so to declare any variable, we have to declare inside to declare any variable or state. we have to declare inside the constructor. So I am going to use the constructor right now. So here I am giving some super inside. This is the basic structure of the constructor, and this dot state. Okay, I am going to give here some kind of name, and I am giving some kind of React. Okay, and also I am giving some kind of handle click. Okay, here I am giving some false. Okay, so now my basic constructor is ready, and now I am going to give like a handle click, right? Handle click, and so this is my no, not handle click. Don't want to confuse you. So next one is like after constructor, we are going to take like render method. So render method is the one which will return the HTML to the component. So whatever the HTML tags you are going to write, they are going to return to the your component via this render method only. So from where I am going to get this render method, this is the part of React DOM. Okay. So this constructor is like an defaultly available. So whenever you want to declare any component or something, you have to depend upon this constructor. So if you declare anything inside the constructor, so it will be the first blocked statement which is executed at very first point of time when the component is loaded. So when the component is loaded, so this is the first one to be rendered. Okay, this constructor is the first one to be rendered, and in the render, I am going to return right. So here I am going to return a div. As I told you earlier yesterday, like we cannot give the two divs at a time. We have to enclose whatever the statements are there in one single div only. So it will show us if I am taking some two divs at a time, it will be taking like JSS expression must have only one parent. Okay, so we have to be cautious, like to use only one div. Okay, so here I am going to use here the div value, and here in this div, in this div alone, I am going to use one form actually. Okay, one second. Yeah. I am going to use a form inside this one. I'm taking a form. So in this form I am giving some input, and I think I will, yeah, input value some type equal to text, or like equal to some text I'm giving, and yeah. So once that is clear, then the next step is like I am going to use a button below this one. So this button is used to change the view of the div actually. So I am going to make here some on click event, and in this on click event I am giving this dot handle click. Okay, so here you can able to find like click here. I'm just giving the text as click. So this is the function, or this is the way we can able to call in React.js a function. So in general, how you will write in HTML means like this, right? You are going to use like on click, and you are going to use some function name here.
Brackets.
Yeah, yeah, some function name, some kind of handle, and you will be giving some function name here, right? Likewise, same likewise only we are going to use, but in this case we are going to interpolate inside this statement with this statement. So this is a statement in the ES6 which will call a particular function, and also it has capability to declare any variable in a global way. And if this is declared inside a function, it will act as a local property um, of that function. Okay, so if it is declared globally, that declaration will be continuous as a global declaration for entire program. So and also it is used to call a particular function also. So now we are going to see some some program here, some details here. So something like I'm going to start on this dot click handle click. So I'm going to start here this dot state dot right click. Okay. Here I am going to use some div here. Okay. I have taken one more state parameter, that is hide click. Okay. So this hide click is the one. Actually, this is like not handle click. This is hide click. Okay. So here I am going to this is a XOR kind of stuff. I think you are aware about XOR condition. So this XOR condition, this is like in the format of like this. So if the condition is true, true block is executed. Okay. So if the condition is false, false block is executed. Okay. So we are going to interpolate this kind of I mean this condition, this XOR condition inside a square brackets, flower brackets. So to comment any statement inside the React, we have to go for slash star, and we have to give here likewise. Okay, so we have to comment with flower braces forward slash and star forward slash and flower braces. Likewise, we have to comment any statement. Okay, inside the JSX. So now here I think we are going to start with the one div here. So this div actually should be having some background style is there, right? Background style, and I am going to give here like a background color, background color, and I am going to give here some kind of red. Okay, and yeah. So if you want to give style inside this JSX, we have to start with the two flower brackets started and two flower brackets ended. Like this, we want to create a style parameter inside JSX. Okay. So here I am going to use the height. One more property, I am taking some height, some 500 pixel. So I have to put this one inside some, and I am going to use with the width. Okay, width. I am going to use 1 second. I think this side also should be there inside a string. So now we are going to use width. So in this width, I am going to use some again some 500 pixel. So yeah, now and okay. So this width, whatever I have taken here, this width is now ended. So this is one div, and one more div I am going to take here. Okay. So in this div I am going to use some background color as some yellow or blue. I will take blue. Okay. So this hide click event, initially it will be like false. Okay, in this object, in this state object, I have declared hide click, and the initial value I have given as false. So now the thing is, in this hide click, this dot state dot hide click, so if this value will become defaultly false. So what it will happen is, it will go and execute this false block. Okay, so and it will render inside the form or div or whatever it is. Okay, so now how can we change this? How can we mutate this hide click? So by clicking on a button, I have written one hide click on click here. So now I am going to change this hide click. Uh, uh, I am going to make use of this hide click. So to change the view from one view to the other view. Okay, means I want to change defaultly this value from the false to the true condition. Okay, so how can I change? Means I have to take here the block. So we have to declare always functions inside the app component in between this constructor and render. Here only we have to declare the any function we have to declare means we have to start writing means we have to start from here. So handle click is my function. So with this handle click, I am going to use here like if this dot state dot hide click. Okay, if it is equal to some kind of true, and then this dot set state, and here I am giving some kind of hide click and click colon false. So if the value is true, I am making it as false. Else if this dot state dot hide click. So if I am giving this dot state dot means it will go and go for this dot
Yes.
state dot means hide click. Likewise, it will go as a simple object how it is navigating, right? Same kind of stuff only. So here I am going to give here this dot set state. See, always remember we cannot able to change a state directly. So if I try to change a state directly, it will give us some error for sure. Okay, so always we have to depend upon a set state function, so which is provided by React. So with this dot set state only you can able to change your state. That this is mandatory anywhere. We can change, or we cannot assign the value directly to the state. If you want to assign or mutate a state, you have to depend upon this dot set state only. Okay, so now if it is false, in this case, if it is false, I am going to use like uh, I'm going to use hide click. This value I am going to make it as true. So now what will happen? All the time, if the button is clicked, all the time if the button is clicked, the first time when it is true, the hide click will become false, and the second time when if it is false, when I click on that button, it will become true. Okay, so it will change the state of the variable, and it should render, it should always come to the again here only. Here after this render, it should come for this return. So and it will return that particular divs accordingly. Okay, so let us see the program now. I mean program output.
I think it is not saved.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Okay, okay. Actually, we didn't. I mean, send this
Render
to
DOM.
the render to the DOM. Right. So we have to push this to the DOM with render, and I'm giving here app slash, and I'm giving here document dot get element by id, and I'm giving here some root. Okay. So once I am giving this, it should be rendering my view. 1 second. One second.
No. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Very sorry.
okay. Okay, no problem.
I thought, yeah, yeah. Now I was explaining. Okay, it was like, see, you can able to see here the output. Like,
Yes.
how can here we can able to render to the, I mean, from the UI, blue
Okay.
to the red and red to the blue, vice versa. So here, like, we are the important thing is like we have to we have to note like state is an object. I mean, state is a mechanism which can be able to change the state of the component, and also it can able to change the state of an object. So whatever the user is requesting, it can able to change according to his view. Okay. So, and also the thing is like once you are declaring any function, that function on click button, once you are writing anything, so we have to call with this, and close it with the flower braces, and whatever the function we have calling, so that calling, I mean, function should be available here in between constructor and render method. And also we have to render the view to the UI, our app component to the UI by app document dot get element by id root, where this index.html is our root, right? And yeah, so and also we have to bind for sure this one, I mean this whatever we are calling the handle click function, so that function we have to bind for sure, else we will get the errors actually. Okay.
Okay. So if we have two or three functions also, we need to bind here only in the
Yeah, if
constructor.
we have, yeah, if we have two three functions also, we have to bind those functions, I mean for the constructor, we have to bind that value, this dot handle click we have to declare as a variable, and we have to give like equal to this dot handle click dot bind this. So even if we are writing two three functions also, we have to bind that one to the constructor.
Okay.
That's mandatory.